Hello, everyone. So let's take a look at Tasteless's profile, shall we? So I have updated this website a bunch, and now it looks, it looks better. And also, based on Arctis's feedback and stuff like that, based on community feedback, I've added lots of stuff, and I'll tell you all about it in this video as well. But in the meantime, like while explaining it, let me just talk about Tasteless's profile, right? So went ahead and analyzed all of his replays in using the deep analysis method, right? So we have about 350 replays that is showing. But note that I've only including the games that are more than 60 seconds, right? So I think if you exclude that, maybe they're like 400 replays or something like that. But yeah, anyways, let's go over through the list really quickly. So let's, maybe taking a look at PBZ, I guess. So let's just take a look at this replay just a little bit. Okay, so as you know, we have our summary view, and I've added like a asterisk symbol. This just means that okay, this is you, right? So this just means you, because like we were having trouble seeing like two barcode players. Like if you have two barcode players in here, like just imagine that you cannot see which is which, right? Especially if it's like a mirror matchup, TVT versus like two barcodes. You can't tell which one is you. So I just basically said okay, asterisk means it's you. So yeah, that is a nice improvement. And yeah, and also there's an asterisk in the chat as well, I think, if it shows. Okay, so that was also really cool. But on the graph section, I've also added the star as well. So let's take a look at the graphs in here. All right, so oh, I guess this is kind of like a bad replay because it has data until here, and then no, because this usually happens when the game ended it quickly, but one of the person didn't leave later, right? So that's why there's like a cutoff there. So let's look at different replay. I think that's better. Maybe PVC 12 minutes. Okay, this one might be good. Let's look at the graphs. Okay, so this one looks good. All right, cool. So I've added these benchmarks. So essentially, you can compare yourself against S ranked player for these types of things. What I mean by that is that you can just disable it to see, just the regular graph that we used to know, right? So you can just see, okay, I've mined this much graph, I mean, this much minerals, and this time, blah blah blah, right? Okay, so these are basically the same. So let's just check this check mark, right? So this just means that okay, I have Ziggy as in Tasteless mined better than the S rank Protoss 50% of the time. So essentially, like compare every data point on this graph, and then you can just see 53% of the time Tasteless mined better than average S ranked player, right? So which is, I guess, it's pretty good. More than 50% is good, right? So that's that, and um to also include like S plus ranks also too. So S rank is for 2300 to 2500. S plus is like 2500 plus MMR people. So, but this is just not all the S rank players average, right? So this is specifically for this map and for this matchup. Okay, so this is really filtered down version. So, and then you can just see that, right? There's like 3,000 data points to back this up. And then if you compare the average APM of an S rank player like to tasteless, then you can just see the difference. And also minerals per minute is also like, I guess it's that's really weird. I guess like this game ended it really early, so that's why this is a bit of higher. That's really strange. But yeah, so these are the average S rank player statistics essentially, and TSC is like a time supply cap, right? So Tasteless is doing better than S rank for sure in these regards. So yeah, this is for this map, for this matchup. Just keep in mind that, right? So I didn't average everything, so that's pretty good data. I would imagine. Okay, cool. So we have this data. Um, Also like cumulative gas mine, same thing, right? So thesis mined better, 69% nice, better than the average S rank player, and also you can see the Zerg player as well, right? So the Zerg player mined really well, like 95%, 83%, and this is like the average unspent minerals, right? You can just see like average it out, average unspent minerals, and yeah, this is like gas mineral collection rate. And also, I think this is also good to have, like the worker as active, right? So this is worker, active is pretty good. And 81% is like really good, right? So he was macroing really well. And also army population, it's still like 92% of the game is like still good. So yeah, it's looking good for this matchup. I mean, yeah, for this specific game, Looks really, really good. Cool. So yeah, that's what I've added, and also you can do the S plus rank as well. So that was one of the neat things that I've been working on, and now it's live in game. You can just try it out, right? So, and in terms of build orders, so Artosis has reviewed this, and then let's just add this like a common timeline, right? So I think this is much better view. So you can you know just use it as a list view like this if you don't want to show it, but if you want to see both of them, you can just see it like that. So that's pretty good. And yeah, so like it has timings, and also like if you want to be really really nitpicky, right, so you can enable the frames. So frames is like the absolute nitty grittiest timeline, right? So games are all dependent on frame numbers, right? So that's why if you want to see it, and like if the really nitty gritty granularity, you can enable that. So yeah, you could just see the build orders. Okay, so this was 12 zealot, 11 pylon, 9 pool, right? So then you can just see, okay, my zealot was earlier than his, after his second zealot. I mean, his second links and stuff like that. So it's a really cool view. And on the simulation part, I've also made it so that you can see it by side by side. So you can just do like this, right? So side by side, you can just see everything. That's really cool. And you can just play it, right? So 16x speed, play, and then just play the game like so. So this looks really cool. Yeah. Okay. So that was the updates, and let's look at like I was looking for this game, 42 minutes PVT. This is gonna be huge data for sure. Okay. So one chat, graphs. Let's see. Okay. So 7% of the game mined better than. Okay. So in here, yeah, yeah. So 40% of the game mined better than S rank, so that's below average, I guess. But yeah, so you can just see these games and then track your average um, performance. Let's see about the. Oh yeah, I guess these are not available because I haven't redone this again. So I've added this feature a while ago. So we were talking about like resources lost and also army value, right? So yeah, this is showing here. So in here, like the average S rank is showing, but not the game from display because I've added this recently, and then I have to analyze everything. But from this moment on, it is going to show correctly. So workers active, let's see. So 29% of the game, 39% of the game. Yeah. So okay. So workers active is pretty much not okay. I guess like he did have a lot of workers in here, but he lost lots here. So that's why. So his worker harassment of the Terran player was really good, I guess. So yeah, these are the things that that you want to analyze, right? So this is pretty good. Like individual games, you can just check it like that. Oh, what's happening here? Replace. Okay. Cool. Okay. So this is that, but now let's look at the like is the golden question, right? Is Thesis performing better than an S rank player, right? So let's just check that. Go to stats, and then what I did was like, okay, you can basically like download all the replays from Seawall, and then you can just check all these like 3 profiles. So I just checked all these 3 profiles, and then you can just see all the game data, right? So this is pretty you've seen this and it's nothing new. And yeah, he's been playing Protoss, and here are the opponent's races, and here are the map statistics, right? So yeah, this is pretty simple stuff, and you can just see a calendar view. It's really nice, so you can just see how many games he played. I think there's a bug in here actually, like yeah. So I mean, this just shows that he played for the past 4 months. I guess maybe that's true. I don't know. Okay. I think there might be a bug here. So, okay, let's look at the game duration. And then, yeah, so in here, so you can choose, okay, this is Protoss. So if a player is playing multiple races, right, you can just choose the race that you want to analyze. So this automatically picks up the largest race that you picked. So just Protoss in here by default. And then usually his games last like 4 to 5 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes, right? So this is like the average game length that he does. And then this is also interesting. Like against PVT, he loses in 6 to 7 minute mark. Like I guess like in mid game, 6 to 11 minutes, he loses very much. But in here, I guess he wins a lot. But in the ultra late game, he also tends to win. So that's the thing that he can, you guys can pick that up, right? So and also like for against Zerg, he pretty much loses in the early game. Then so after maybe like if he survives like 15 minutes, 14 minutes plus 40 minutes to 90 minutes, he is in an advantage. But in here, like early game, he just loses a lot. And yeah, so this is like late game, he tends to lose as well. So I think this might be just 2 games. Yeah, so this is like an outlier, right? So in the late game, he seems to struggle against Zerg. Okay, so that's that. And then let's look at the build orders. So this is an interesting one too. So whenever he goes for 14 gateway, 15 gateway against Terran, he wins 49% of the time. So this is like 90 games. So this is like pretty stable build order for him. Like 90, shit, no, sorry, 88% of the time he goes for this build order. And then all the rest. I mean, yeah, it seems like he just goes for this build order all the time. And then that has 49% win rate. So that's that. And then the rest is just niche build orders. Against Zerg, he goes for this build order. So 9 gateway, 2 zealots. And then that's like 34% win rate. So this is pretty bad build order. 50 games. But for 12 games, when he goes for 9 gateway and just 1 zealot at 13, there's a 50% win rate. Yeah, so you can analyze that. And then against Protoss, he goes for this build order a lot. Cybercore and then Zealot. That's 40% win rate. So that's not really good as well. But I guess if he goes for no Zealot, then he has 20 games and then 65% win rate. So yeah, that's a good build order, I want to say. A better build order, I guess. But also you can just change this, right? So I thought like 15 step might be the best, but you can change this to 20 steps to analyze the build orders. But yeah, I think this is good. Okay, so this is the most interesting one, I think. Opponent's build orders, right? So whenever a Terran goes for this build order, right? So 15 Marine, he loses. I mean, he wins 44% of the time. Okay, so that's pretty good tell. And also, if opponent goes for this build order, which is 15 supply depot instead of Marine, he wins 57% of the time. So that's really good to have knowledge to. So yeah, against Zerg, he seems to be struggling with 9 pull a lot. So yeah, okay, so this is a really important tell. Tasteless has to learn how to defend against 9 pull. Then this Zerg, 29% of the time he loses against 9 pull. I mean, sorry, like he wins 28% of the time, and then he just loses like whatever, so 71%, 72%, right? So yeah, this is a really good tell as well. So yeah, 9 pull. This is basically these two are 9 pulls, right? So yeah, that's really good tell. And against Protoss, if the opponent goes for early Zealot, then seems like he also struggles 7% of the time. So it seems like dealing with early Zealot pressure is really telling a lot. Okay. And then if the opponent goes for, wait, what's the difference between this and that? Okay, so the assimilator is a little bit earlier. Okay. 12 assimilator, then he wins. Okay. That's good to know. All right. So this was pretty insightful. And let's go to the next tab, right? The final tab, essentially. So this is what I've also added brand newly. So let's look at maybe weekly, I guess. Okay, maybe weekly is better. It seems like this profile is only for March. So March, the last 3 months, I guess. So he's been playing a lot of games in the last 3 months, huh? Maybe then, okay, that seems correct. Okay. All right, cool. So this is the benchmark that you can compare against yourself, against the S ranked player. So in terms of AP and EPM, he is not as fast as the average S rank player, like average Protoss S rank player. Okay, so this is just for counting Protoss now in general. So he's not faster than average S rank player, and also like in here, minerals per minute, gas per minute, resource per minute. He's also not performing well in his games, like 0% of the time. He's not performing as much as the S rank player. Then you can see the trend, right? So yeah, so these dashes are for the S ranks, and then he's below the dashes at those benchmarks. And the average unspent resources, or average unspent minerals, gas, and resources, he's also okay. Oh, average unspent minerals. Okay, so he's been macroing a lot for the minerals, so that's really good. So in terms of minerals, he's been getting a lot of minerals, and then that's 100%. And so he's performing S rank at the mineral mark. That's good. That's good. But for the gas, it seems like it's just 30%. And then if you combine gas and minerals, it's just 60%, right? So it's still above average. So that's good. Oh, yeah. So he's not getting supply blocked. So that's really good too. You're not getting supply blocked. And then average and strength is like what? 45 seems like. Wait, sorry. 53. Okay, yeah. 53 seconds on average, but his is constantly low. So that's really good. He doesn't get supply blocked. Okay, and then on the cumulative minerals mine. So this is like the macro thing, right? So okay, so it seems like even though his average mineral mining is good, his cumulative minerals mined is worse. So like average minutes per minute. Minerals per minute is good. Wait, sorry. Minerals per minute is still bad. So what was I thinking about? Average, yeah, sorry. I was thinking about this one. The on average unspent mineral. So he's been doing really, really well. Wait, I think there's a bug too. Like this is like a if this metric is good, then that means it's bad. Okay, I have to change this wording. So that got me confused because like unspent minerals, the less is better, right? So I have to change that. So let's see. The average S rank unspent minerals is 253, but his is yeah, yeah. Okay, 250. That's good. And then this here 236. Okay, I guess this is correct then. Let me think about it. Yeah, I guess it is correct because like on the other tab, I've also fixed this. So yeah, I think this is good. I'll double check afterwards, but yeah. Okay, so in terms of cumulative minerals, right? I have at 5 minute, 10 minute, and 15 minute mark. So he is also really, really mining poorly compared to S rank players. So he has to learn a lot of like mineral boosting macro mechanics in the early, okay, in the 5 minutes, right? So 5 minutes also like it just depends on the like micro of your workers and basically like building probes on the spot and then mineral boosting and stuff like that, right? So it's just really APM intensive thing that you have to do on the 5 minute mark. So let's see 5 minute mark at regular S rank players, they are mining 150 minerals more than Tasteless. So that's a really good tell. So yeah, like mineral mining, they just mine more and then they tend to win more games, I guess. So cumulative gas mined. Oh, okay. So in terms of gas, seems like he's doing good. At the 5 minute, 80%. Okay, so he's taking his gas earlier for sure. Yeah, it's better than that. 15 minutes, 30%. Okay, so it seems like at 15 minutes, 30% means that he's not expanding that much, right? So S rank players they would expand and then get more gas. So that's good tell. Cumulative resource mined. Okay, so this is just like cumulative means okay, so he's 0%. Yeah, so he's not doing better than any of the S rank players. Okay, cool. And then workers active. Okay, so this is also like a really good macro indicator, right? So at 5 minutes, S rank players they would have 24 workers, but Tasteless is having 22 workers, 22, 22, 21, 21. Yeah, okay. So like even at 5 minutes, so he's producing 3 workers less. So I think that's a really, really good benchmark, right? At 5 minutes, just check your worker count. If it's 24, then that's good. That's an S rank play. And population, the same thing, I guess. Then 10%. Okay, so his population is not doing that hot either. So yeah. So yeah, I think this is a really good tool to have if you are performing better, and then you can just compare yourself against the S rank players, and then you can just clearly see that you're performing at S rank, right? So yeah, checking this progress, I think it's really, really valuable. But if you're like really into StarCraft ladder, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you feel free to improve some, give me some suggestions, comments, feedback, anything that you want. I'm also available in Discord, and yeah, if you guys watch this video entirely, please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel into like 1,000 subscribers so that I can finally get into those YouTube money. But yeah, we'll see if that happens quickly or not. But yeah, thank you. Bye bye.